Hi, in this video we're going to expand out two brackets where we have two different variables in each bracket. So I've got an x here and I've got a different variable of y. And remember, the principle for multiplying out two brackets, to expand out two brackets, is to multiply each term in the first bracket by each term in the second bracket. So I pick something from the first bracket, like let's say the 2x, and then I pick a term from the second bracket, let's say the minus y, and then I multiply them together. So I do the 2x times by the minus y, and then you do all the different combinations of doing that, and that will be your expanded brackets. Now, the way I like to do this, as I explored in previous videos on this, is I would like to focus on the first thing in the first bracket first. So I'm going to focus on this first term in the first bracket first, the 2x, and then I'm going to multiply it by each thing in the second bracket. So I do the 2x times by the first thing, the x, and the 2x by the second thing, the minus y. So let's do that. We're going to do the 2x times the x, which is 2x squared. And then we do the 2x times the minus y, which will be minus 2xy. And now we do the second thing in the first bracket, multiplied by each thing in the second. So we're going to do the y times the x, and we're going to do the y times the minus y. Now, firstly, the y times the x is just xy. Remember, we put the letters in alphabetical order, so it's going to be plus xy. And then we do the y, the plus y times negative y. Positive times negative is going to be negative, and y times y is y squared, so it's negative y squared. And then we have to collect like terms to simplify. Now remember, we can only collect like terms if they involve the same variables, the same letters, and the same powers. So for example, there's 2x squared, that just involves an x and it's squared. There's no other term which just involves x squared. So the 2x squared doesn't simplify with anything, it just stays as it is. Now, what about this minus 2xy? We've got an xy term, involves x and y without powers. Well, this is also xy without powers, so we can collect them together. So we've got minus 2 lots of xy plus 1 lot of xy is minus 1 lot of xy, so we just get minus xy. And then finally, we've got this y squared term. There's no other y squared term, so that just stays as minus y squared. And that is our final answer.